Hi, and welcome to our Excellence Assembly on Friday the 12th of March. Thank you for joining us today. We are looking forward to celebrating with our children this week the excellence that has been achieved as we've welcomed our children back. First of all, I'd just like to say a huge welcome back to everyone in our school, both our children who've returned superbly this week and also to our families. Thank you for supporting us with the drop-off and collection routines. Most of you have been on time each and every day, which has been really helpful in maintaining the security and integrity of our bubbles. Just a reminder that we have got very strict drop-off and collection times, and that is for the protection and safety of each and every one of you. If you're unsure what time your collections are, please do check the parent mails that have been sent out with all the instructions for our reconnection. Now, it has been lovely, as I say, to see all the children back, and Bumblebees have had a fantastic first week back in school for most children. The first award this week is presented to Alex for being a caring friend and for helping your friends to play nicely together. Your team have been so impressed with how independent you've become with your learning since returning to school. That comes with a big well done from Mrs Osborne and from Miss Finn. Second award this week in Bumblebee class is presented to you, Belle, for joining in the class activities like a superstar and for always helping others around the classroom. The team have loved seeing you come into school each day with a huge smile on your face. Keep it up for the rest of the year, Belle, from Mrs Osborne and from Miss Finn. Our class have had a very busy first week back. But the first award this week is presented to you, Lexi, for bouncing back into class with a big smile and positive enthusiasm to tackle everything that comes your way. You are a delight to have in our class, Lexi, from the whole team. The enthusiasm for shape work in maths has been lovely to see, and you've reconnected with your friends so kindly and with genuine joy. A big well done to you, Lexi, from Mrs Green, Mrs Moss, Mrs Grace and Miss Hoogan. Second award this week in our class is presented to you, Ethan, for your total love of school, which is a really lovely way to start a certificate. You joined us back in class a couple of weeks ago and worked so very hard in each and every lesson. Your focus and desire for perfection in your written work is beautiful to see, and your mental math strategy is becoming a real strength of yours. You've welcomed your classmates back with a big smile and a lovely positive attitude, and your team of Miss Hoogan, Mrs Grace, Mrs Moss and Mrs Green are so very proud of you. Well done, Ethan. Keep up the great work. Moving up into Key Stage 2 now. Our first award this week in Dear Class is presented to you, Charlie, for demonstrating fantastic maturity in handling the return to school. As the year has gone on, you have really grown in confidence and come out of your shell. It's been genuinely lovely to see all the positives and all the confidence that you're bringing to school now, Charlie. You've taken this week in your stride, working independently on so many of the tasks and contributing well to discussions without fear of making mistakes. The team are really proud of how far you've come. A big well done to you from Mr Cook and Miss Simpson. Second award this week is for you, Amelia, for returning to school so amazingly well. You've written to our classroom every day with a big smile on your face and a spring in your step. You've worked hard in all of your subjects and you've shown some polite, considerate and friendly attitudes towards your classmates, as we saw earlier this week. It's just like you've never been away from Dear Class. Well done and keep up the good work from Mr Cook and from Miss Simpson. Now as we move into Otter Class with a slight change this week. The first award this week is presented to Lila for your amazing personal profile writing, describing your inspirational heroes of Emmeline Pankhurst, Rosa Parks and Socrates, as well as your detailed instructions on how to copy a web link into a browser, just in case Mr Clark wasn't quite sure how to do it. Mr Clark and Miss Mexter have been very proud of how you've settled back in, Lila, so a big well done to you. Here is the screen with Lila's writing on it, and I'm sure you'd like to take a moment just to pause and to read through her writing. A big well done to you, Lila, for some very mature and thoughtful ideas in there. Our second award this week in Otter Class is presented to Albert for his smooth return to school, his inquiring mind and his excellent contribution to lessons. Albert, you've made an impressive start to your learning back in school, and we look forward to seeing you maintain this for the rest of this year. That comes with a big well done from Mr Clark and from Miss Mexter. Badger Class this week. The first award is presented to Ryan for the positive way in which you've returned to school. After many weeks away, you've arrived each and every day ready to learn and been listening carefully to your feedback, particularly in English. A big well done to you, Ryan, from Miss Bennett and Mrs Smith. Second award this week is presented to Thomas for the way in which you've immersed yourself in the class text The War of the Worlds. Whilst working at home, you actively participated in all lessons, and since returning to school, you've continued to impress with your extended pieces of writing, which are becoming increasingly more accurate. A big well done to you, Thomas, from Miss Bennett and Mrs Smith. Now, in Fox class this week, I've had the privilege of teaching Year 6 throughout the week, supported by Mrs Taylor. And this week, we would like to award our first award to Kobe for his fantastic contributions to the whole class discussion on the NHS pay rise. You raised some interesting and thought-provoking points, and your discussion was genuinely very mature. You also gave some great explanations in our maths lesson when helping to convert units of measure and subsequent problem solving. We're very proud of you, Kobe. That comes from myself and from Mrs Taylor. A second award this week goes to you, Louis Rose, for your incredible confidence when demonstrating converting units of measure. You demonstrated it to the class and explained your path through problem-solving activities really, very clearly. Your confidence shone through, and you should be very, very proud of yourself. A big well done from Mrs Taylor and from myself. Now, I'm very pleased to present a special award this week. And that award is to Mr Beale, our caretaker, who has completed 5 years of service with us this week, doing all those little jobs around the school that make sure we can concentrate on the learning and the teaching, and doing all those nasty jobs that nobody else really wants to do. Thank you, Mr Beale, for all your hard work. Now, after a special award, this time we have a very special award. And this very special award is presented to each and everybody in Betherston Primary School who has come back into school so confidently, huge smiles on your faces, laughter, positivity, and with a Betherston passion for learning. It's been wonderful to have you all back this week so that our school feels just like Betherston Primary School again. This award comes from each and every proud member of the Betherston Primary School teaching and support team. Well done to all of you, and it's lovely to have you back. Now, during lockdown, we didn't have the privilege of being able to hand out the certificates like we have done today. So, just to assure you that each and every class has received their certificates, here you can see all our worthy award winners from Bunbury class during our remote learning experience. Here you can see all the fantastic owls who received awards. Here are Dear class. All our winners in Otter class. See if you can spot the deliberate mistake on that photo. Badger class. And finally, all the children in Fox class who received an award. A big well done to each and every one of you, and we hope you enjoy celebrating those certificates when you take them home. Now, last week, in the strangest circumstances, we were still able to organise a World Book Day. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Miss Bennett, who put a lot of hard work in behind the scenes to make sure we could still enjoy this annual event. It was lovely to see so many of you, either at home or in school, dressing up and getting into character for this special day. Here is a few of the photos of the different costumes that we enjoyed seeing. As you know, we ran a competition for the best dressed or the best accessory, and here you can see on screen today the winners of the books. So in Bumblebee, Skylar, you were awarded the best costume. Owls had a fantastic Mr. Moonhead Oliver. In Deer class, Harrison took the award. Otters was for Frankie. Badgers, it was awarded to Erica. And in Foxes, Lee Rose, you took home the prize. Each and every one of you will be receiving or will have received a book in recognition of your fantastic costume. A big thank you and a big well done. Now, not many birthdays to celebrate this week. In fact, we have no children and no members of staff who have a birthday to celebrate. However, our Chair of Governors, Mrs Reid, did celebrate her birthday on Wednesday, and we wish you a very happy birthday for that. Now, speaking of birthdays, this is hot off the press for each and every one of you in school. We know that for the last year, none of you have been able to enjoy birthday parties in a way which you would normally have done. So the team at school would like to celebrate each and every birthday over the last 12 months by holding the Big Bubbles Birthday Bash next Wednesday afternoon, the 17th of March. We are going to put in place a birthday party for each and every member of our school, including the staff, at which we'll celebrate all those birthdays that have been missed as we have been in lockdown rules. So next Wednesday, we'd like every child to come into school in their best party clothes, and in the afternoon each class will have a cake including birthday candles and party food that they can enjoy while they play party games and do the normal things we'd have with a party. Let's hope over the next year we start to see those party invitations being allowed again, but for now this is our way of wishing each and every one of you for the last 12 months a very, very happy birthday. Now, next week is a busy week for another reason, because on Friday it is the annual Red Nose Day for Comic Relief, and as usual we will be celebrating this event by encouraging you to dress up silly. There will be an opportunity for donations on the gate, but please do not feel obliged. We know this has been a tough year for many of you, but if you would like to make a donation there will be a bucket on the gate on Friday morning, or you can make a donation using one of the many ways that Comic Relief will publicise through their app and through their TV channels. We just ask please no false nails, no hair dye, and no nail varnish next week. And also remember, we do still go out to playtimes and have normal lessons going on, so sensible, appropriate clothing please, but make it as silly as you want to. Could be odd socks, you might put your clothes on backwards, or you might just have a really silly costume you want to put together. As we come to the end of the assembly, just a reminder, please do continue to check parent mail. We are still in the early stages of our reconnection, so there will be information coming out when relevant for you. All our normal channels of communication remain open throughout this time. Our school office is also open, so do give us a ring. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Try not to get blown away, and we look forward to seeing you all back on Monday morning bright and early. Take care for now. Bye bye.